Hello, everybody. My name is Noman. Basically, I'm Aruba certified design expert. In Redington, I'm working as a pre-sales. So this particular presentation is for basically to give you an idea on Aruba's new instant-on solution for SMBs. Before starting, just give you some sort of heads up what actually the company Aruba is. Aruba started its operations back in 2002, and quickly, in couple of years, they became the leaders in providing the wireless solution in the market. So still that particular time, still they are the leaders in the industry. So the point is that they have used their experiences, their research work, and they know what they are doing. And after all those compiling of those all those research, they have came up with some specific solutions for normally SMB customers, means small and medium businesses who want, for example, like the categories of startups, small restaurants, small offices of 20 to 25 users, all wanted the Wi-Fi connectivity, because you know that Wi-Fi is not anymore the secondary network. In fact, it is considered as a primary network in all of the organizations. So, being the part of this research, they have came up with some precise solutions, which is known as instant on. And throughout this presentation, we would be going through the building blocks of these solutions, that what actually makes this solution so much unique, and what is the value of this particular solution which gives to the customer. uh, just for those who don't know, Redington is basically a distributor for Aruba networks, and we are like a value added distributor. So we create value in terms of demonstrations, POCs, partner trainings, solution designing for many of the partners of HPE. Or even though if you're not a partner of HPE, don't worry, we can definitely help you out in getting and closing the solutions based on Aruba networks. Moving forward, these are the focal areas which we would be discussing throughout the presentation. This would be the flow of the presentation. First of all, we would be discussing of SMB trends and challenges. This particular slide would be based on the all current experiences, customer interviews, and what are the challenges, what are the expectations, what are the objectives. So, and moving forward, we would be discussing on, after getting information regarding the challenges and objectives, how we can present and propose our solution based on Aruba networks. Then we would be discussing that why the Aruba networks is there, why instant on is there. And then we would be discussing on various building blocks of instant on, what actually access point should be presented or proposed at what scenarios. So this would be based on all total positioning of access points, and as well as the switches as well. Then after, we would be having a very good idea on all of the building blocks of the solution, and what type of switches we have, what type of access points we have, where we want to pitch what access point, what switches, how the solution is been building up. Then we would be seeing some key competition, what competition has to offer, and how we are like killing the competition, or having some competitive advantage of over all these vendors. Then we would be discussing on a brief summary of a feature set, that what is the, in a nutshell, what actually instant on has to offer. We would be also discussing on support services, and last but not the least, we would be also discussing on some use cases, vertical use cases, like solutions based on the home users, solution based on the education sector, hospitality sector, or healthcare sector, what actually and where we are fitting these solutions into. Then, if the time gives us a permission, then we will be also discussing on some key features like mesh, and what are the benefits of this mesh, and we will be going through some iris demonstrations as well. Okay, so as discussed, the first thing first, we are here to discuss some small and medium trends. Normally, when we talk about the SMB customers are like small and medium and want to like invest in IT. And what are the trends? Their trends are actually 68% of the small and medium business focuses on replacing the outdated infrastructure. This research was taken in 2019 by IDC. If you see at the bottom of the slide, it said that the state of IT report or 2019 states that 68% of the SMB customers are still waiting or still wanting to upgrade their infrastructure. Upgrading the infrastructure means that they must be having some outdated IT infrastructure running, and maybe like they are suffering from some of the support charges, support costs, and maybe like they would be having some budget constraints to avoid the heavy investment in terms of IT. And 52% of the small and medium are increasing the IT budget because of increase in the security concern. This security concern is a very much important factor when it comes to SMB businesses, because actually they don't have that much of leverage to invest more on the security. So security is always a concern for them. So they need something that would cater their specific security needs, so that they would be immune to hackers. They would be immune to, they can protect their guest users or their employees to getting some malware and ransomware attacks. 14% of the SMB businesses consider that the wireless networking to adopt the top IT spending priority in the next 12 months. Okay, these small and medium businesses believe that considering wireless network is their top spending priority, means that they consider it as a top cost spending IT spending priority for the next 12 months. 95% of restaurateurs agree that restaurant technology improves their business efficiency, which includes upgrading their POS system and guest Wi-Fi. I believe that everybody should be agreeing on this. If we normally take an example in our day-to-day tasks, in our day-to-day observations, we'll see that many of the restaurants, when you go to the restaurant, every individual restaurant is now offering Wi-Fi. Either it's free Wi-Fi or public Wi-Fi, or they want you to purchase something, and then you'll get a Wi-Fi code. Sit over there and spend some good time with their Wi-Fi. Plus, they all they also have some sort of POS. You must be seeing that in many of the POS machines are now becoming Wi-Fi. So they can move with that POS machine to your desk, and you can tap your credit card, and you are up to go. You're not no longer entering into the line to pay, or the stuff. So things are improving. So the people are going to have the Wi-Fi technology on priority. Plus, just to add over here, they also need a proper guest Wi-Fi. Whenever the guest comes into the restaurants, it should be having a proper welcome page, and you can enter your credentials given by the restaurant staff, so you can enjoy the free Wi-Fi or guest Wi-Fi. So the thing is, 95% of the restaurateurs agree with the same thing. Okay, so these are the trends. Okay, these are the, you can say, these are the researches already been done from the Aruba for you guys. Now you have an idea that what is the seriousness of the need of the Wi-Fi in the SMB. Now, they also have some challenges, which we already discussed in the previous slide, but just to emphasize on that, they are using outdated equipment that we saw in the previous slide. They have budget constraints that we also saw, and they have the security concerns, which are enhanced security concerns. So these are the basic challenges. I'm not saying that these are the only challenges, but these are some of the common challenges of SMB business. So, but after getting trends, after getting challenges, they also have some objectives to achieve. They have an objective to attract new customers. Okay, they might be doing by, for example, we saw the example of a guest Wi-Fi. that they want to have a very good fancy page on the logo of their restaurants on their guest page. They want to have that seamless experience for the users, so the users would be happy. They can also give the positive feedbacks on food, and not only the restaurants as well. There's some of the organization or some of the offices. When you go to any office for a meeting, they can also offer the same guest Wi-Fi, and they want to attract customers, maybe because of the Wi-Fi, and or as well using the Wi-Fi to promote their products. For example, like they can promote their, for example, they can promote their new branches, and they can promote their products, their new features, whatever they have. Okay, so the only thing is that they want to spread the message over the Wi-Fi. Then they want to improve operational efficiencies as well. Operational efficiencies can be a very much broad definition. How they are operating now, they want to improve that. For example, like we took an example of that restaurant guy who has a POS machine. Now it's been wireless, so he is coming to your desk, and you have a convenience to pay on then and there. So he want to improve that operational efficiency. And last but not the least, to gain competitive advantage by getting something ahead, like for example, like digital payment systems, or offering some public Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, right? So they want to have that dot competitive advantage in their pocket, that why you want to go Costas and not any other restaurant, because you like the coffee. You will get specific discounts if you fill the feedback form. You will get a good Wi-Fi. So stuff like that. So they want to gain the competitive advantage like that. Maybe like many of the other areas, or many of the other points would be there, from where they can get the competitive advantage for their company. All those trends, challenges, and objectives we have seen in the previous slides. What we have to offer for that? We have a solution known as instant on solution. Why instant on? Instant means like quick, like that, like a flick. Okay, and this particular name has been suggested because it provides you a rapid provisioning. No need of any specific configurations of the Wi-Fi. No need of a specific degree or certification to do to set up a network. This is why the solution is known as instant on. What are the building blocks of this solution? We have switches, which you can see on the left hand side. We have series of switches of to take care of that wired connectivity. We have specific access points defined for a specific needs. Total number of 5 access points are there. Okay, I'll go through each and every access point in detail in the upcoming slides, just to have the overall view of the solution. This slide has been designed. So we have a building block of switches. We have a building block of Wi-Fi, or there are different types of Wi-Fi: outdoor, indoor, hotel, and the different categories of access points. We have a solution for management, which is the web GUI. Okay, so we have two options. Either you can configure these access points through web GUI, or through a mobile app. Okay, so instant on wireless access points introduced last year, which has been expanding the instant on portfolio for SMB customers specifically. Addition, you have new wired switches available now, and you have the unified management across wired and wireless. So that's the beauty actually, that you can have a single pane of glass. Not only a single pane of glass, but you have the management in your pocket, in your mobile phone. You can go anywhere. You can just pop up your mobile phone and just check your network, just try to configure your network. And not only Wi-Fi, you can also configure switches as well. It's good to go. So this is the simplicity which the solution has to offer. This is the versatility that the solution has to offer. Management is so much easy. So this is the complete solution. Why instant on? Actually, Aruba is there into the business since like decades now, and Aruba has been known for its Wi-Fi and the wired connectivity, and has been a leader in the Gartners. So the first of all, you are getting the brand which has been like a trusted vendor. You are getting simplicity that no one else has to beat. That simplicity is based on the either the web GUI, cloud based web GUI. Why cloud based? Because this particular access points can be easily configured and managed wherever you are. Okay, some of the customers confuse that cloud based means it would be controlled by Aruba Central, but actually it's not. Aruba Central is for the different set of access points, which are the enterprise grade of access points of Aruba. So this instant on access point is not configured through Aruba Central. It has its own web GUI. Okay, so just keep in mind that it's not configured from Aruba Central. It has its own web GUI or mobile application. Okay, to meet the criteria of the simplicity. Then we have a built-in security. This is the most important thing. All our access points and switches are are including the security which we can provide. We have there is no need for for some external security appliance. There is no need of some firewalls, because we know for specifically for the SMB customers, it's very important that the budget should be there and into the limits, and there is no overheads of adding separate firewalls and all. Our access points and switches support ACLs on wired and wireless. So we have not only ACLs, but we can also have some good other security features as well. So the point is that it has the built-in security. It has an extraordinary performance. All our access points are 802.11 AC Wave 2 supported. Wave 2 is the latest IEEE standard. This particular standard would allow you to have very good throughput, and there are like a lot of technical things involved in that. But the point is that 802.11 AC Wave 2 is one of the latest technology available right now for the SMBs. The point is that not only for indoor, but also we have to offer the same performance for the outdoor access points as well. We have a variety of switches as well that would give you 8 ports, 24 ports, and 48 ports PoE and non-PoE models. And the beauty over here is that our switches, especially the 1930 switches, which we see in the next slide, all 1930 switches are with SFP plus. SFP plus means that it supports 10 gig connectivity going towards the core. 10 gig uplinks are supported. So just make sure that you make these points has been noted, because there is a quiz after this small presentation, and you would be in a position to answer those questions. Okay, there is no hidden fees or hidden charges, no licensing cost, nothing. So this would lower your total cost of ownership, TCO. Okay, one time hardware cost only. You just have to purchase one time hardware and you are good to go. It supports the limited lifetime warranty, which we will be seeing in the next slides, that how the warranty has been organized and how we can do that. Trusted vendor, you already know the name of Aruba, superior hardware quality, instant on community is there. All your devices, switches, and the wireless are being covered uh, by instant on community, and 90 days telephonic support is there for you. 90 days telephonic support is but 24 by 7. So for example, like if you have bought the new access point and you want to have some technical query, how to set up that, or is there any problem in getting it set up and stuff like that. So you still have a leverage of getting 24 by 7 support without paying any extra penny on the support. So that particular 90 day support is included in the cost, included. Like, so you don't need to have a separate licensing cost, separate support cost, and all. So we are just doing all those things to reduce the TCO, to minimize the cost as much as we can, because we are considering SMB business over here. Now, coming back to the building blocks again, instant access point, end-to-end networking solution, cloud feature set. This particular slide we have already discussed in the previous slides. I just want to highlight over here that we have different sort of access points over here. We started with AP. We have to start with AP11, then we have AP12, then we have AP15. Remember that there is no AP13 in between. No AP13, no AP14. Okay, we have AP11, AP12, then AP15, and then we have AP17, which is the wireless, and we also have one more access point, which you can see in the picture, which is with this stand. This particular access point is specifically used for the hotel industries, hospitality, we can say. The beauty of this access point is that it has different ports which has been used and which has been signified for a complete room coverage, and it comes up with some extra ports which is also PoE as well. So it takes a PoE in and also can deliver some PoE out power as well, so that you can connect your home network. For example, if you want to connect your IP phones, or voice over IP phones, Avaya phones, or whatever, Cisco phones, or if you want to connect your home network land, like your PC, or over the wired network connectivity. So it's better to do that. So it would be acting as a mini switch for you, access point plus a mini switch. So specifically designed for the hotel industries. So you can use that. The beauty of the management network is that it would be giving you a single pane of glass. And most important thing is that it has managed firmware upgrades. Remember that if you are working on some of the customer which has like somewhere around like 15 to 20 access points. So those access points, each and every access point firmware upgrade is a pain. So we have came up with the solution, which is our motto is to be simple as we can. So as a part of a simplicity, we have managed firmware upgrade. So you can set up the automatic distribution of firmware installation and maintenance. So it would also bug fix the issues, and it would give you security enhancement as well. Plus the automated firmware upgrades would be there. You can also see common workflows like configurations and VLANs, and so that would also help you to not to maintain a list, because I have seen that many of the SMB customers maintain a manual list of VLANs and IP addresses. So everything would be there. You can also have a site inventory, that how many switches do you have in a particular site, or how many access points are there, what access points are like, what are the categories of access point. Plus you already know that you have a remote management system. That means that if the IT manager is sitting somewhere at the vacation and he wants to see the network, then he can just pop up his phone and see the network and also configure that. So this is the beauty of remote monitoring and management of your network. So all these things are available in this solution without any separate licensing cost. Purpose built for wired solution. Wired solution also gives you some simplicity. App based management is there. We have reliability by stronger connectivity. As I discussed in the previous slide, we have four SFP plus ports of 10 gig fiber connectivity available, and we have a flavor of 8 ports, 24 ports, and 48 ports. And also models are supported with PoE, with PoE models. That means that your switches would be able to deliver power to your access points. We have security ACLs, as well as we have this local GUI, as well as this cloud based GUI, which we discussed in the previous slide. And one more thing, as the security concern, we also support 802.1x authentication. So for enhanced security, we can also discuss we can also configure some external security threads like malware by defining some ACL rules. And last but not the least, we have this peace of mind by superior post-sale support, which comes up with the limited lifetime warranty. And as I discussed, we have 24 by 7, 90 days telephonic and chat support available for entire warranty period. And we have these add-on services affordable if you want to add some services on top of that. uh, I'll also discuss why we want to add the support on top of that. If you want to, if you don't want to, so it would give you some extended offering of 24 by 7 telephonic support. And if you want to do that, so we can definitely see how we can add that. Now, just to dig into the switching part of the presentation, the wired part of the presentation, that we have total 7 SKUs of this instant on 1930 switch series. In that 7 SKUs, we have different sort of models, which is like which starts with 8 ports. For example, like a small SMB needs a small switch for one of the branch, and they have only 4 or 5 access points. So the better choice is to go with 8 port switch. Why go with 24 port switch? So we started with 24 8 port switch, 24 port switch, 48 port switch. We also have the PoE non-PoE variants. If they don't want to go with the PoE, so we have other options, like it would be cost effective to go with non-PoE switches. We have L2 plus smart managed switches. What is L2 plus? L2 plus is something extended from the layer 2, means that you are controlling your network. L2 means that there is only a single LAN network to be communicated from one end to other end. And L2 plus means that you are allowed to communicate with the other network as good as L3. Okay, but on specific protocols like RIP. Okay, so we support L2 plus management. And so you would be having the beauty of L3 switches at the price of L2. And we have this local management also available. Cloud management is also available, which we saw in the previous slide. And 1 gig 10 gig connectivity for an uplink we also saw. And we have security enhancement, and we have very good design warranty. We have already discussed that we have lifetime warranty, and plus 24 by 7 telephonic support for 90 days. So this was the introduction for the new Aruba 1930 switches. I am sure that many of you guys are still aware of our like award winning switches of 1920. So this is just an extension of 1920 to 1930 switches. Now, as we discussed that what type of access points which we have, this slide gives you a very good idea with proper graphics that how access points looks like. We have instant on AP11 starting, like it's a very entry level access points, access point 2 by 2 MIMO. All our access point are 802 to 11 AC wave 2 supported, as I discussed in the previous slide. So we have total 5 type of SKUs. Okay, instant on 2 by 2 MIMO starting with AP11. So why these 5 types of access points? Those who are involved in designing must be knowing that, see, we have different sort of access points for different use cases. For example, like if your customer is having some medium to some low amount of devices to be connecting to the Wi-Fi, so we might end up giving him AP11. And if you feel that there would be more devices connecting towards to a single access point, then we can give them a more high power access point, which is AP12. Okay, then it comes AP15, depending on number of devices, not users, number of devices connecting to the access point. Okay, so why there is a difference? Because there is a difference in the chipset inside the access point. So this would allow access point to handle more traffic and more devices, and to forward more traffic, and to serve more clients. Okay, so based on that, we have designed we have like 3 access points are available from Aruba. Then we already discussed on the AP11D, which is based on the architecture of AP11 only, but it would give you some additional ports, which is like desk and wall mounted as well. So here in the picture, you can see that we have a very good fancy mounting kit, which is like desk mounted, so it is there. It would also give you some additional ports, so that you can connect your LAN network, or your laptops, or some PoE port. One PoE port is there, PoE out port, that would be used to connect any sort of device which needs power, for example like an IP phone. Plus, to complete the portfolio, we also have AP17, which is the outdoor access point. Outdoor access point is like specially designed for the outdoor areas, for the harsh environments. Harsh environment may be like for like harsh summers or harsh winters or water. So it is IP65 rated. So it is like a hardened shell of access point can be used to 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 keep the access point outside the premises, and so people can enjoy the Wi-Fi connectivity outside the area as well. So common use cases are like specifically at the schools, where where they have basketball ground, playground, or the outdoor areas of the assembly, where they want the Wi-Fi connectivity. So this is a perfect use case for this one. Now moving forward, purpose to build solution is that I think you have already have a fair idea that what actually what where actually we are leading to. We are leading to something called simplicity, business growth, and secure Wi-Fi and peace of mind. So what we are giving to the customers. So we are like actually addressing all those objectives and challenges and trends which we saw in the first slide. That how we can address that by simplicity, by giving them that beautiful app management, web based GUI, or the cloud based the mobile app. We can be the part of their business growth by giving them the scalability means that in every cluster of access point of this instant on can be managed up to 25 access points in a single cluster. So this is the amount of scalability which we are giving. Just keep in mind that in one cluster of instant on, we can add up to 25 access points. Okay, so this is why manages 25 access points in a network, supports 8 SSIDs, and also it is supported as a mix and match of access points. Like for example, if you want to add AP11, AP12, and an outdoor access point, and the D access point for the hospitality. So every mix and match of access point is supported in a single cluster. Then we can offer some security where we can address the security concerns. Secure Wi-Fi is there, where we can also offer them smart mesh. Smart mesh is basically I'll discuss into detail what actually mesh technology is, but just to give you a heads up over here, it is normally used to easily expand a network. So without an uplink, you can extend your network from the Wi-Fi itself. So your Wi-Fi would be acting as an uplink, uplink for the next access point. Then, last but not the least, obviously, we are offering the peace of mind by having a superior post-sale support, including the telephonic and chat support of 24/7, 1 year warranty, and you also have an access to instant on community. So these are the features which we already discussed, and this is just to have a very good view of access point. That we have simple management, we have mobile applications, we have like separate SSID because there are like up to 8 SSIDs. You can set it up. We can have separate SSIDs on department basis. For example, like employees, banking, finance, or guest access has been separate, and we have like remote or multi-site management is very much easy, and we have like a customizable captive portal which we saw in the first slide, how we can leverage our guest. We have a customizable captive portal. The word customizable is very much important because many of the customers would ask you to add a logos of their specific specific themes and all. So we can do that by having a customized captive portal. We have enterprise grade security by WPA2. WPA3 is the latest standard, and we have smart mesh. Of course, the smart mesh is again very good factor of scalability, and you don't need to worry about running cables from here and there. Our access point can also serve as an uplink for the neighboring access point within the range. Moving forward, we have instant access point mobile app. What mobile app actually has to offer similar functions, ability to choose from two modes. We can have either cloud-based GUI or your mobile app. Or we can have personalized views, future-proof, secure network, smart mesh setup. You can set up your smart mesh, which we saw in the previous slide, from your mobile app very easily, and you can manage your multiple networks. If you and in the last session somebody asked me that if I have more access points than 25, then what should I do? So if you have more access points than 25, then we have to set up a second network. So if you are using the multiple networks, still you can manage all your multiple networks from the single pane of glass. It sounds difficult, but it's just a simple way of creating a separate guest and employee network. Customize your guest portal. You can set up the customization of the guest portal still from the mobile app or from the GUI like that. Okay. Our previous version, which if you guys remember, we had OC20. Okay, so what are the difference between OC20 and this one? OC20 was the older version in which mesh was not supported. So here we have mesh supported, and at that time there were in OC20 there were only 8 access points supported per cluster, and here in Instant On we can support up to 25 access points per cluster. This was the most important point. And previously, we also had a mobile app and cloud-based portal with limited functionality. And now we have a mobile app and cloud-based portal with much more additional functionality like inventory and like reports and all. One more important thing, client density has been improved from previously we only had up to 25 active clients, and now because of the versatility of the different type of models, we have up to 150 clients can be the part of the same network. And we have the latest 802.11 AC Wave 2 supported, and we have a very good versatility of the building blocks of access points, which starts with the indoor, then we have outdoor, we have desk mode, we have hospitality. So we have a complete end-to-end solution for the customer. Okay, these points we have already discussed, but this one is the comparison between the instant on and the Aruba instant access points. Okay, so Aruba Instant Access Points are basically used for more than 100 users. So if you have a requirement for more than 100 users, okay, so it would be better to go with the instant access point. That would give you a good the enterprise grade features. Okay, and we also have .ax supported, and we also have a manageability from Aruba Central as well, and plus we have 30 plus variants to choose with. Moving forward, we have just on the side scale idea that we can go up to 25 access points and one up to 150 users, and the cluster on which Aruba instant access point supports about 128 access points and up to 2000 users. So this would give you an idea that where I want to go with instant access point, and where I want to go with Aruba instant access points, or where I want to go with Aruba instant on access points. If you, for example, like if you see over here, the clear pass is none, because clear pass is not been still integrated or still not supported with instant on. But it is like the clear pass can be integrated with more advanced security features, and policy enforcement, firewall role based firewalls and everything. If that is the requirement, then go with instant access points. After just understanding a complete infrastructure of a solution, that we had wired, we have wireless, what type of wireless access points which we have. Now just look after the competitive landscape over here. We would be going through Ubiquiti and Meraki, what they have to offer. If we discuss on the Ubiquiti part, we see that they have access points which supports wave 1 only, if we exclude in nano hd. Then we have the 90 days telephonic support. They have only chat support. Then we have 1 year warranty. There is also a 1 year warranty if bought listed reseller only, and the customer is responsible for shipping cost. Here paid shipping costs in both ways in terms of instant on. Then we have enterprise quality. Instant on brands is already been reliable, and plus one more important thing is that they need a gateway for pre-provisioning and scratch option for the power failure. Then we have something called the important thing which I need to notify over here is that we have security which is inbuilt, like firewall, deep packet inspection, IDS is included. Okay, and here they need a requires a gateway that is somewhere around like adding a cost of $344. Okay, so we don't need to add anything from the security perspective. Everything is included in the subscription, or sorry, in the access point itself. Then we have something called remote management, and Ubiquiti requires a cloud key, which is again costing you somewhere around like 79 to $199 for the hosted software. And this thing is also included in Aruba Instant On without any separate uh, uh, features, or without any separate cost. Okay, so this one is again against the ubiquity, and we'll go forward, and let's discuss Meraki. In Meraki, we have they only have two more models of, okay, with the same base platform, and we have five models covering your outdoor, covering your hospitality and stuff like that. Okay, we have 90 days of phone support, and they have online chat, business hours only. Okay, this is the most important thing, that they have business hours only. That means that on the holidays there will be no support, and we have 24 by 7 support. Warranty is again the same, 1 year. We have warranty global available. Then they have in US, UK, and EU. We have mobile app and cloud portal. They have only mobile app. Subscription cost, we don't have any subscription cost, and they are selling subscriptions 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years, and so on. And multi-site management is there, and there is no multi-site management in when we talk about Meraki. Deep packet inspection is there. There is no deep packet inspection or web content classification only in case of Meraki. But see, the cost is somewhere around like $89 starting price, and here we have 214, almost like 215 starting price with 5 year subscription. So this is the difference between, the competition. So overall, if you see, still Aruba wins. The reason is that we have, again, we are the trusted vendor. Simplicity is there. There is no hidden fees. We have built-in all built-in feature set. There is no requirement of something called subscription, something called gateway. We have extraordinary support still available. 90 days telephonic support, 24 by 7 free of cost is there included. So these are all the basic feature set, which I think I have already covered that. Uh, Static IP, QoS is there and everything. And when we talk about the Office Connect switches, which was the 1920 series, so most important thing which I want to figure it out over here is that we have uplinks, which is 10G available, fixed up to 4 10G SFP plus uplinks. And in 1920, there was no uplink of 10G available. Okay, and one more important thing, that this particular 1930 switches can be managed through the cloud portal. And in 1920s, we only have their own web GUI or limited CLI was there. Okay, and one more thing is that we have 370 watts of PoE internal available. That was the same as 1920s was also there, and that was a very much hot selling model of 1920s. That was like 370 watts of power supply. But still, we have the same power supply in 1930, plus the 10 gig connectivity, which is also backward compatible if you want to have a 1 gig connectivity. Again, the same limited lifetime warranty is there. Okay, limited lifetime warranty, this I already if you want to have some additional foundation care support, so we can offer you this next business day replacement part with 3 years advanced replacement is there. Advanced replacement is very much important, because many of the customers are asking that uh, I want to have the switch in my premises first, and then I would be giving you my faulty switch. Okay, so in this case, we have this thing called advanced replacement. HP would ship you the replacement part first. Then afterwards, you would be giving your faulty switch back. And this slide is very much important. I think you already know that the use cases for these access points, which we discussed throughout the presentation. Restaurants, we already discussed that how we can leverage access points to different restaurants, or through different retail sectors, like some sort of small retail shops, how they're gonna leverage their sales, improve their sales by by getting the Wi-Fi done into the picture. If your employees are working from home, we have ideal solutions for that. We have a specific access points that is like a mini switch also, and it supports your home network. It supports your corporate network, and can easily be communicated by the corporate environment or corporate network of your organization. We have medical office solutions. If we talk about the healthcare, We have a specific designed, specifically available like access points that are specifically used for this particular use case. When we talk about healthcare, we have done a lot of healthcare projects where we have to accommodate a complete Wi-Fi solution for many of the hospitals, including the outdoor, indoor, and they have a very seamless connectivity for the staff to communicate. Plus the all of the biomedical devices which are being using the Wi-Fi connectivity to make sure that they have a very good 802.11 AC Wave 2 access points on boarded. Last but not the least, we have online learning as well, for specifically for the students nowadays. As per the pandemic is going on, we have a lot of use cases for the online learning, where students can use the access points sitting from the home, and they wanted a seamless connectivity to the corporate network of the schools, for the education, or to the educational network. So they can use the access points in their home. So having the reliable connectivity from their homes, or from the digital learning experiences, so they can improve that by having the higher throughput and enjoy the extraordinary performance of the wireless access points of Aruba Instant Knowledge. And this would be the last slide, where I want to just discuss on the mesh link. As I discuss you that this is one of the important feature which offers scalability, in which there is one switch which has been connecting to one instant on access point, if you can see in the picture. And router gateway, you can just imagine like an internet coming onto the switch. And this access point is acting as a mesh uplink for the other access point. So other access point having a network connectivity, but there is no any physical cable running on and going towards the switch. So you can also set up the uplinks based on the wireless as well. So the client device is connecting to the mesh. There is one thing called mesh portal, which is the giver, and mesh point, which is the acceptor. So if the mesh point also, the client device is connecting to the mesh point, and the client devices connecting to the mesh portal would be like would be the part of the same network, and there would not be any sort of disruption in the network. So they would be like they are in the same network. For example, like the client device which is accessing the SSID of employee uses either mesh portal access point or mesh point access point. It would be like seamless connectivity happening between the network. And the point is that you will be saving your cabling cost. You would be resolving your distance limitations as well. Plus you would be also having a greater bandwidth, because all our access points are supported with 802.11 AC Wave 2. So next slide would be a proper use case, where I'm going to use that. For example, like here, there is one main building, and there is one outdoor space. So here in the main building, switches are there, and for the outdoor, you don't need to have a separate switch going towards the outdoor, and you have to go with the small cabinet and put the switch into that. So instead of doing all those things, we can have this mesh link set up, so that your outdoor access points can communicate with a nearby indoor access point, and get the connectivity done. Similarly, we can do for the second floor as well. So this is the summary. We have like more than 17 or 18 years proven experience. We have flexible management. We have unmatched support experience. We have managed your network from anywhere. Simple Wi-Fi setup is there. So all these features are the points of experiences of Aruba. It's been like 2 decades of where the Aruba is there into the service. And after using all those experiences, after using all those research, all those hard work, we have came up with this SMB solutions of Instant Dawn, and with very much aggressive prices, and specifically designed for SMBs, specifically designed for their needs. So this is the thing which we need to offer. Thank you very much for listening, for your time. If you have any questions, so just let me know. I have some questions. Any switches available with stacking option? See, the currently we don't have stacking in this 1930, but we can definitely, using as